Today I want to talk about something that's a little bit more serious than what I normally do. This is totally unscripted and it's just kind of my thoughts, some recent thoughts that I've been having on a topic that I never really thought that I would talk about. I have always been very interested in the future, in progression, in new cameras coming out, and new music coming out, and just kind of all of technology, new games coming out, all of that. And I am scared of where the future is heading. And I never thought that I'd say that. With the recent things that I have seen about AI, I am concerned about where we could be heading as a society if we continue to use and develop AI. I remember a couple years ago that I had heard of Midjourney when it came out, and just like this kind of art idea of AI art. I thought it was pretty cool and I used it. I thought it was really neat. And I did use it for my original profile picture for YouTube even. And I quickly changed that out. I think that the things that we're using AI for right now are as far as we should go, and I don't even think that we should be using it for that. I think that art has always been a form of expression that people have used to express themselves, to show beauty, to show creation. And I think that letting robots do that and either taking credit for it or presenting it as something that is yours misses the point of art. The thing that concerns me most is the realism with which it is being made. The videos that are recently coming out of, this is not real, but it is, and it looks real. There used to be a point where you could look at any video, any image, and see that it was very clearly AI generated. And I think that it's coming to a point where you can't tell that anymore, where there are not clear signs that it is fake, and even I'm having problems with that. I would not consider myself a conspiracy theorist. I would say that I am a conspiracy realist, because I think that the outlandish things that people typically say and have theories about, there's a lot of truth in them. And I think that the things that people thought were crazy once are now becoming very much a reality. If you had told somebody in the 1950s that this is where we would be today, they would absolutely not believe you, and this is where we are. So telling people that a robot is creating pictures of people that look like reality and just all of this stuff, it sounds like a Twilight Zone episode. And I fear that that is where it is going, because I believe that there are people in the world that run things. There are organizations that have been created to push society to accept things and turn society. And if that is true, which I'm not going into, there's some crazy, as I said, conspiracy. For me, I'm a Christian, and I believe in a certain set of rules of the law that God established. And I think that these people are changing government laws, are changing societal laws, are making things okay through various means, through the media, through YouTube, even through movies, through music. And they're making things more and more societally okay and changing our perception of what should and should not be allowed. And I believe that if we allow AI to continue and we use AI to various extents, that the people who have set up these organizations that are leaders in society will be able to use and manipulate what we are being fed and what those answers are being able to tell us, what those images are coming across as, and they will slowly, only influence us more. I think that there are a lot of ways that people get our information, and even just websites asking for cookies, which are like little trackers kind of based so that they can give you personalized ads, and YouTube, the algorithm, and I think that a lot of people have our information and think that they know us based on our internet history. I do not think that it is far off to say that the questions that we ask these AI bots, the things that we give these AI bots, are also being fed to various organizations, various people, or even more websites to influence us. I think that we're getting influence from all over. And the more that we allow that to happen, the more that we lose ourselves. I don't think that some robot uprising will happen. As a lot of movies, media has shown, some kind of sensationalized robot revolt. I think that robots and AI will take over only if we let it. And I think that more and more people are getting too lazy to use their own brain, to use their own thoughts, their own creativity, their own passions, their own intellect, the things that God has given us, and they are turning to robots and to lazy ways to create things that they then don't have to work on. And they take credit for things that they don't work on. And they take, they might even say, oh, I'm just using it for inspiration. I don't know about that. I have used AI before to inspire some even video ideas, like, hey, can you analyze what is out there right now and tell me what is popular? What might a viewer like to see? But I think that that's being used for a very specific thing that is not taking away from my creativity. It's simply saying, analyze what is out there. It's not saying, hey, write this script, which is where the, I believe it was last year, writer's strike in Hollywood happened, because people want to continue their creative jobs and not have them taken over by something that is not even a person. Another thing that scared me to a certain extent recently was I watched a video that I'll probably link maybe, wherever that is or down below. And it was about Roy J., the comedian, who actually never was. He was this total AI created comedian that convinced a lot of people, that the videos convinced a lot of people that he actually was a real person back in the day. And all of these videos were shown with this grainy overlay and people that looked real and he looked real, and then people were able to even go back and predate what the video was, and add comments from like years ago, even though the video was published recently. And people were able to go back in the system and upload the video to show that it was uploaded 13 years ago, years and years ago, when it actually was only updated and uploaded a few days ago. So I will link that somewhere. Go watch it, go listen to it. It's fantastic. Highly recommend it. So these are just some things that I've been thinking about and things that I'm concerned about, things that I do not agree with. And I think that AI needs to be treated very carefully. I think that it needs to be used for specific things, and it needs to be very sanctioned. And if it is not even government sanctioned, I think that we need to personally come up with our own set of rules individually, what we are willing to use AI for, what we are not willing to use AI for, and how much we are willing to be influenced by what we are being told. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope this was not too crazy, as I said, kind of conspiracy type of talk. But I do think it is important to talk about, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day. If you like my other content, which is not as serious and as, doomsday, I hope that you will enjoy that and watch that. If you did not find this interesting, have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.